The pull-up is the ultimate bodyweight bodybuilding exercise. It builds your back, forges a vice-like grip, and sculpts a V-shaped torso. Think of it like a spine-friendly deadlift for the upper body. Hanging from a bar actually decompresses your spine and hydrates and nourishes the intervertebral discs. So why are pull-ups such a struggle for most people? 1, it involves all of your body weight. 2, your arms are overhead. This extreme joint angle challenges your mobility and stability to the max. Plus, it creates a natural blood flow restriction effect as oxygenated blood has to travel upwards against gravity. I'm BJ Gaddour, former fitness director for the Men's Health brand and author of Your Body is Your Barbell. In this deep dive video, I'll cover my top 10 pull-up tips, including how to do perfect pull-ups, the differences between the various grips, corrective exercises to bulletproof your shoulders, pull-up regressions and progressions, supplemental exercises to boost your pulling power, and much more. Let's get to work. Here are my top 5 performance pointers for flawless form. 1, start from a dead hang as full range of motion maximizes muscle building potential. 2, block your feet and legs together to maximize core stability and total body tension. 3, exhale through the mouth going up to harness the power of air pressure. 4, focus on pulling your elbows tight to your ribs instead of trying to get your chin over the bar. And 5, inhale through your nose into your belly to stabilize your spine and fuel your next rep. Pull-ups can be performed from various grips. The underhand grip is your strongest position because it winds up your shoulder into external rotation and it maximizes biceps contribution. The neutral or hammer grip is the most joint friendly, especially on the wrist, elbow, shoulder, and hits the brachialis more, which is that muscle between the biceps and the triceps. The hardest grip is overhand because you don't get much arm assist since it really targets the back and requires the most mobility and stability to perform. In terms of hand spacing, a wider grip makes your back work harder, though it decreases the range of motion, and a closer grip increases range of motion and arms activation. If I had to pick a single exercise to bulletproof the shoulders and improve posture, it would be the face pull. This not only strengthens all of the key muscles of the upper, mid back, and rear delts, but it fortifies the delicate rotator cuff. So what we're gonna do is, like we'll do this in the gym with a band or cable set up in a rope, here's how I do it at home. I loop one band into a pull-up bar or an anchor point that's above head level so we have a high to low trajectory. I take another band and loop it like this, and then I place it around my wrists so I eliminate forearm and bicep contribution. There's no over gripping. I can really lead the movement through my upper mid back. Get some spacing. I'm gonna exhale through the mouth, pulling it back, and you notice how my hands externally rotate so they finish palms facing, and they start overhand. Finish in a double biceps pose right there, cracking a nut between the shoulder blades. Inhale through the nose to return. Sets of 10 to 15 reps are ideal, great for warm-up, starters, or accessory movements. Now, if you don't have access to this or can't set up for it in whatever particular reason, you go band pull-aparts as a nice modification. Wrap around the trunk and the wrist, pull right across the nipple line. 50 to 100 reps a day will keep the doctor away. Just as you must first master the plank to do perfect push-ups, you must first master the hang to do perfect pull-ups. Now there's 3 key positions we can work on here, and what we're doing is building isometric strength for proper body alignment and joint positioning. Gives you strength throughout the entire range of rep when we do things dynamically. The first one is the dead hang, which is arms completely straight, and that can be done passively with the head tucked between the shoulders, like putting your head in a turtle shell, or actively with the shoulders pulled down and back. And your goal here is ultimately to build up to 1 to 2 straight minutes effortlessly, because that will set the tone for the entire exercise. It's the starting position. The next position is where your arms are bent at 90 degrees. This is typically the sticking point in the exercise. You get up to here, maybe you can't get all the way up. So by building strength isometrically, holding this position, 15 degrees above and below, and at the exact position we're holding, we'll get stronger, which means we'll break through that sticking point. And then the top position, the fully flexed hang, will strengthen the finishing position, all right? The goal in both of the flexed and the top hang, fully flexed or 90-degree flex, is 30 to 60 seconds in each position. And one of my favorite ways to do this is on the final rep of a set, you can pull up and then hold each position for 5 to 30 seconds as a finisher. All right, you can work those out. These are great starters or finishers, warm-ups, back-off sets, and again, 5 to 30 seconds each back to back to back is an amazing workout to get better at pull-ups. A shrug is a straight arm exercise that isolates scapular movement. A pull-up shrug has you go from a passive to active dead hang to work your mid-lower traps, which respectively pull your shoulder blades back and down. So here's what it looks like. I'm gonna get all the way down here, get that deep stretch, head between the shoulders, and then I'm going to inhale through the nose and the belly before I start. Exhale as I pull back and down. So I'm going up and back on the way up, and then I'm going forward and down on the descent. Now, if it's too tough, I can actually put my feet down like this and I can self-assist with my lower body. The inverted or bodyweight row is a key stepping stone exercise to pull-ups, and it builds your entire backside. It's often called the horizontal pull-up or the reverse push-up. Here's how to set up into it. I like to have a slight recline of the trunk, and my shoulders are nice and pulled down and back. I'm gonna exhale up to the mouth, pull my chest up to the bar, and the arms should form a 90-degree angle, cracking up to the shoulder blades for a count or two. Inhale through the nose, back down. And here's the progression. I start feet on floor, legs bent, to legs straight, feet on floor, to feet elevated, legs straight. 1, 2, 3 in order of difficulty. I like sets of 4 to 6 reps with a harder variation and sets of 10 to 15 reps with a lighter variation. You can also do this with the TRX or gymnastics rings, and it allows a bunch of different gripping options. Also rotation to really get that whole shoulder going. And the way this works, the flatter you are to the floor, the harder it is. The more elevated you are, the easier it is. Band-assisted pull-ups primarily help you slingshot out of the more challenging bottom position of the exercise with very little assistance at the top. You set up by securing a band, looking it through the bar, and I can put it on a knee, or I can put it all the way down to the foot if space allows for extra assistance. But let's show it from the knee. I get set up, and you can see the more it stretches, the more assistance I get. And at the top, it's pretty much just body weight. I like this for sets of 6 to 12 repetitions. Once you can do multiple sets of 12 plus reps, you go from a heavier to the next lightest band and work all the way down in that order until you can do it unassisted. Self-assisting with your feet isn't just a way to make pull-ups easier. I find it actually enhances the overall training effect because I can work harder for longer and can get better mind-muscle connections. I love sets of 2-minute work periods for a nice pump and burn, and you can start by assisting with 2 legs and progress to assisting with 1 leg to make it more challenging. The big focus is only assist as much as needed to get up and use little to no assistance coming down eccentrically where you're stronger. Your muscles are stronger during the stretching, lengthening, or eccentric phase of movement than they are on the shortening or contraction phase of the exercise. So getting better at eccentric only reps helps you build the strength for full range of motion push-ups. This one is critical. You can either step up to the top on a box or bench, or you can jump up. We're cheating up to the top position and taking 3 to 5 seconds to slowly lower. It looks like this. I'm gonna exhale through the mouth, and then I'm gonna take 3 to 5 seconds to slowly lower. I almost like to kind of lean back and really pull those shoulders down the back. All right, so we're exhaling up. And smoothly inhaling down through the nose into the belly. Start with single rep sets, resting 2 minutes between each set. Once you can do 5 sets of 5 reps of 5-second lowerings, you are now ready to do your first ever unassisted pull-up. Another great goal is taking a full minute to slowly and smoothly go from the top to the bottom. Good luck. But the best way to get better at pull-ups is to actually practice pull-ups. You can also add supplemental exercises to boost your pulling power. Bicep curl variations strengthen your elbow flexors in the position specific to the grip you use in pull-ups. So overhand grip will actually help you with overhand pull-ups, etc. So here we go. The hardest grip is overhand because the biceps can't help as much. Exhale up, inhale down. It really works the forearms. Underhand grip is where you're going to be getting maximum biceps contribution and activation. And then hammer grip is where you're strongest, and it really works the brachialis muscle. Oftentimes we have imbalances between sides, so working one-arm pull-downs are an excellent way to strengthen those weaknesses. 10 to 15 rep sets are ideal here. Squeeze down, control up, and you can also do one-arm rows in a similar fashion, working both angles. You want to always try to balance out your vertical and horizontal pulls for training balance. Heavy carries or farmer's walks for work periods of 30 to 60 seconds will strengthen your grip and build your upper back and forearm muscles. Do all of these drills after your main pull-up work for best results. You are now fully equipped to become a pull-up master. Ask me any questions in the comments below, and please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so we can reach more good people like you. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out this video next.